The guys are there. The guys are there. Okay. Banter bubbles are on. We are hot, guys. How was last week Friday? We caught all those altcoins sitting on those 382 fibs. It was absolutely beautiful. We had to wait a little bit longer than we expected, but did they blow up properly for us? It was so good. I hope you guys hit some good areas there, and I hope you guys took some TPs this weekend. Right now we are looking at banter bubbles. It's green again. Everywhere. BTC is breaking a 15-minute trend right now, and David and I have just taken small longs on BTC for fun. So we're going to talk through that now, and then I'm also teeing up some potential shorts brewing because things like Solana are hot. Why are they hot? Solana conference. Render's hot at the moment, running with Sol. We've got things like Rune that's looking hot right now. Is this final push going to give us an opportunity for some shorts on these altcoins that have been running so hard for weeks? I mean, or are we going to get smashed here if we try and short these things? So guys, I am running a poll as well. It should be up in the chats. Let me know your answers. There are 3 options there today. And then I'm going to show you the results of the BitGet competition, which is now over. And we're going to go through the S&P, which is a little bit green. So let's get right into it, guys. So we're looking at the BTC 15 minutes here, and a little sneaky break of this trend at the moment. We had a little retest that faked down. Now it's popped back up. So David and I have had a little go here, and we'll talk you guys through it as we go. Let's look at some possible targets and possible supports right now on the bigger picture for BTC. So I'm going to zoom out for you. This is the 3-day, which is basically my main guide that I'm following at the moment. And I'm still targeting this 618, and depending on where you pull it from, it is also a 382. This 618 is the 35, call it the 35 to 36,000 region, and then we do have the ByBit high that's at 36,700. So I'm watching this area very closely, guys. I still think we might get a push into the zone. What's going to happen up there? Well, we might get a monster rejection. We're going to have to just see how things work out as we go. But right now, my key areas now is the 618 and trend region. Call it 36,000 to be safe. That is one of my main areas. And then support-wise, I'm looking at this previous wick at 33,360. And my main lower area is the 31.5. That's my bull zone for me. And if you look at this chart and you look at the way this wedge is playing out, I mean, it does make sense that we could easily just drift down here and play this game. So we can't say that's not on the table. So right now we're going to go level by level. We're looking at this 33 as the base, and we're looking at this 36 as our high. And then when we zoom in again on this 15-minute chart, this is how we're playing it. You can see we've got a little trend coming up here for BTC. Let's see if this trend holds. We can play this trend game all day, and let's see how we go. So right now we want to actually, for starters, we want to see BTC hold this horizontal here, but this is the 15-minute stuff. So we'll keep watching as we progress here. Let's take a look at this dominance, because I'm finding this quite interesting as well. These alts are performing at the moment, like really performing here. We're getting some big pumps out of these runes and things. And we can see this is dominance on the weekly. My main dominance target, guys, is still this 57.2. I'm not eliminating this area as a possible target for BTC, but right now on the weekly, you can see things are getting a little bit tired for dominance. And if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see it's starting to turn down. And it would make sense to me, once again, just to come and retest the support zone over here at about 52.2. So we're looking at a 1.5, call it 1.5% retracement, and that could be really even better for these altcoins right now. So guys, keep letting me know in the poll. Don't forget to answer the poll. I want to see those answers. I just want to get a feeling for the sentiment out there and what's going on. I'm really loving the idea of a render and a Sol short sort of in the next couple of days, especially on the back of a BTC pump into 36 or maybe just above. So I'm eyeing that out. Then with regards to the BitGet competition, that competition is now over. I waved the flag for the team there. I got my P&L for the competition was 4,100. The total team P&L was only 7.7. So you guys weren't trading that much. We did only have 51 members, unfortunately. So guys, next time we have a competition, we really got to get things going here, and we got to get you guys involved. But yeah, not a bad result. Nice to finish green at least. So that was pretty good. Let's take a look at the S&P. I'm just hanging on to these long positions that I took the other day. I'm now still waiting for this. There's a little bit of green over here, but we're going to see. I see this candle's just turned a little bit dark now. In the last couple of minutes, it's just reversed a little bit on us. So we're gonna keep tracking this. Okay, let's get into the important stuff here, as in who has made money after Friday's 382 bounces. I mean, guys, there were so many we went through. So let us know what you guys are trading. Did anyone hold on to render? I didn't. Me and David were laughing just now. We got smashed playing render this weekend. I was trying to short, I was trying to long. It was an absolute mess. So we're going to talk about that as well. But we did really well on things like Gala. We did well on DYDX. We are there, Brett's and render. Render's cooking. Well, guys, I'm going to disappoint you just now with a render setup. Nicholas says nice work. BLZ voters in BLZ, guys. Okay, nice. Luba, I'm teeing these shorts up for you, basically. Here's our local shorter, the local bear. Luba's here. So hopefully she's going to take some of these shorts with us. Let's see how we go. So the first one I wanted to take you guys through is this render setup. And this is the daily chart, guys. So we are really zooming out here, just trying to get a picture as to what's going on. And what I want to highlight for you are these major areas over here. You can see we've got this massive cluster over here of resistance. These are daily candles, okay? So if we zoom out, it's going to be a weekly heavy hitting zone of resistance. You need to look out for the zone. So we are pumping now into a strong area. Other things that are giving me warning bells, guys, I've got this overbought RSI, which the last time that happened in this zone, we had a 50% retracement. We are now pushing the 86% here on this RSI. It's pushing really hard. So what it's saying to me is that maybe we're going to get one more push into that region before we get a nice correction or rejection. And again, it's not because I'm bearish, it's just because this thing is getting properly overheated, and even a bullish pullback on this can really reward the shorters. We might even get a 10 to 15% move, so we're going to pay attention to that. I've also got 𝗓𝗏𝗋 screaming at me over here. We've got this huge order block at the top. It's a 33%. The green band is thicker, which is generally telling me we're going to get some kind of reaction there. And then if we zoom in on the 𝗓𝗏𝗋 scalper setup that we use, it is hot into this cloud. So they printed our bullish play over here. This was on the 7th of September. They gave us a long. They've now given us our first X, which was already saying, listen, take TP, this thing's hot. They've given us our second X. I've never seen more than 3 X's on a 𝗓𝗏𝗋. So I would say once we get this final push, we're going to get another X on 𝗓𝗏𝗋, and that is hopefully going to tie into this zone. So for those of you that are long render, what I suggest is, I'm not saying you have to dive into a short now, but what I'm saying is, guys, it's getting hot up here, okay? 2.8, 2.9, you need to watch yourselves. You need to watch your TP zones. You need to start de-risking as we push into these heavy areas. I mean, you can see we've blown out of this 𝗓𝗏𝗋 cloud right now. So it is something to take note of, guys. And yes, I think David and I will be taking this render short when we get up there. So we're going to talk about it now when I bring Dave on again. And we'll go through some reasoning. And yeah, we'll take you through it. Then with regards to scalping and stuff, I've zoomed in on render for you. So when something is pumping like this, we keep talking about this every week. This market is super bullish. And if you miss those key entries that we get when we dump into those lows from a couple of weeks ago and things are moving, the only way you can catch an entry is by zooming into this 15-minute stuff, trying to get your setups right, trying to play support and resistance levels, trying to play the trends, and playing these fib and hot zones. So what you can see here with regards to render, if you are a scalper, you can see what's going on here. You know, we get these resistance areas, we get these pop-ups, we get these retests of support. And it's happened again here. It's cruising here, resistance. It's just popped up, and now it's retesting the support. So if this move is going to continue, I would say to the bulls here, watch the support area, watch this trend. Okay, if this is going to play out, we should get that kind of move, and that should take us into this hot zone at 2.8 to 2.95. So that's how I'm playing these things at the moment. And then again, if we start losing trend, things start looking bearish and we start drifting lower, you start looking at horizontals where you could possibly get your reactions. and where you could play this, where you could play these bounces. So right now I would play this as a scalp on supports and resistance zones and watch that trend. Let's take a look at Rune. This is another hot one. This thing just won't stop right now. This is the Rune daily. Again, zoomed out completely. The last time we hit this area, guys, August 22. This is a massive, massive, massive resistance area for Rune, and you can see how hot it is right now. I mean, this is a vertical green candle situation here, and we are just pushing and pushing into this zone. So let's look at this Rune on the 1 hour, and you can see we're just playing the scalping game once again. We're looking for these little setups here on the 15 minutes. We're looking for supports. We're pushing up. We're retesting supports. We're testing supports, and we're getting these breakouts, and we're going. And it's the only way that you can play these hot tokens once they're running. So we're going to look for, hopefully we're going to find some more for you today, because this has all happened in the last couple of hours. So I'm tracking a couple more, and then Dave and Bruce are here as well. They've got a couple they are watching. So hopefully we're going to get away with a few retests here and possible setups. I want to go through Sol again, guys. Solana conference. It's happening. Every time there's a Sol conference, the Sol situation pumps. Last time we had the Solana conference was over here in November, and the wheels really came off. Look, it was added a little bit of spice with the FTX situation, but the wheels came off here, and we had that mega dump. And here Sol is trying to push into the same 38 region that it was pushing into at the last Sol conference. So what I'm saying here is, let's look for a Sol move into this region. This is going to be our TP zone. The bears that dare are going to look for shorts in this area. I think Dave and I will be game for that when I pull him up here. I can see he's smiling. I think he's going to have a go with me. So 38 is my short target. Let's take a look at a zoomed in version, and you can see I'm playing the scalp game again. Same situation here. We are looking for trend breaks. These are the 15 minutes we're getting these breakouts, and look at this, guys. The science comes into play every time. This 382, even on the 15 minutes, we're getting 382 bounces on support from this pool here, from the low to the high, and you're getting these 382 moves, and you're getting these reactions off the 382. So right now, again, if you want to trade Sol, you need to look for these type of setups while we push into that hot zone. And remember, the closer we get to that 38, the hotter it's getting, and the lower your risk reward, in my opinion, is going to be as we push into that area. Obviously, we can always squeeze and do all sorts of things after that. But guys, hot zone for me, there's 𝗬𝗵𝘁𝗆 calling, Sol short 38. Correct. So we agree on that one. And then yeah, Simon is trading CAS. I can see in the comments there. So we're gonna deal with CAS as well. Now this is the one I want to talk to Dave about, because this is injective right now on the daily, and it's already looking like it's run into its hot zone. So when Dave comes in here, we're going to talk about this short setup. I'm eyeing it out here, and this was the area I gave on Friday as a hot zone, and it really happened fast. I mean, we got this in 48 hours. We got this move into this massive resistance zone. This is a weekly area for injective, and you can see it's battling in this area right now. The other alts are moving nicely. Injective has slowed down, the brakes are on, and it's trying to decide what to do. I also have completely overbought RSI here, which the last time we saw an RSI overbought was over here in this area, and we got a mega dump down. The next time was over here in August 21, and we got this mega move down as well. It was quite bullish then, and it pumped immediately afterwards. So again, what I'm saying is, I haven't suddenly turned into a bear. I'm bullish as hell. I'm net long on everything here. But what I'm looking at here is a possible move lower on injective. And how are we going to target that? Well, let's see if we can get... we're going to get into a zoomed situation here with Dave just now. I just wanted to give you the weekly perspective again as well. If you look at this injective situation on a weekly candle, look how thick this candle is here. It's one long weekly candle, and look at this main base support region. So this 9.8, it seems unlikely now when things are super bullish, guys, but remember, in crypto, anything can happen up and down. And so I wouldn't take 9.8 off your radar until we are well out of reach here. Okay, Isabel is talking about the NEAR conference. Yes, NEAR's been going really nicely. I think NEAR is at resistance now. We're going to talk about that today. Remote Cryptoverse is asking about Gala. Gala's broken a daily trend, looking quite good actually at the moment, so we're going to deal with that. Let's see who else is here. Okay, and we need to get these poll results here. Let's get Bruce and Dave up here. I want to hear about this poll. Dave is here. DJ and Dave. Bruce.
Good morning.
Bruce had some killer trades this weekend.
Yeah, it was probably the best Sunday in a very, very long time.
Congratulations. Dave, tell me about Render.
Yeah, no, we we spotted out that resistance zone, and Render just continued to go. Got stopped out a couple times and shorted again at the 786, and so there will be a great short on Render. I definitely like the levels that you're seeing.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I think we were early, guys, and I've got a video of me and Dave trying to short Render this weekend. Let me get this video up here. I just gotta locate it. Here we go. Okay. Here's a video of me and Dave trying to short Render. This was me all weekend long. This is exactly. This is me. So that was me on Saturday. That was my Saturday. I was making all these beautiful profits on all these longs, and I thought, nah, I'm so smart now. I'm gonna short Render now because I just know what's going on. And as it turns out, I didn't know what was going on. So guys, let us know who got rinsed on Render, because I got rinsed on Render, and it was totally unnecessary. I had no business trading Render. I should have just kept quiet about it, just left it. And so Dave and I were G'ing each other on there. We were messaging, shorting at these levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, let us know if it's okay to get stopped in a short. Okay, let's get up some more of these charts here. But that's guys, that's how it feels sometimes, really. I mean, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, it's not respecting science at all. You're like, what the heck?
When it doesn't listen to the science, that's when I get irritated. And that's what, and sometimes you must just stop. You must just back away.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Let's. I've got lots for you guys, and I want to grab as much as possible from the chats as well. I'm sure you guys have got a lot of charts that you want us to look at. So let's recap with Bruce and Dave. Let's see where they are and what they're looking at quickly, and then I'm going to start going through the chats as well and just try and pull out what you guys want to see.
Cool. Well, we can start with the poll if you'd like.
Yes.
It says Render runes sold are getting hot. It's time to short things. Send it to 0, 34%. Bro, you're mad, you'll get wrecked, 45%. And the Bucks won the World Cup, I don't know, 20%.
Guys, South Africa won the World Cup. What must I say? This week we're invincible. We do what we want this week. Okay, so
the Bucks.
I mean, look, it's telling me 38%. At least they know, look, you don't have to short, really, guys. Yeah. But if you are long on these tokens, or you're looking for longs on these tokens, remember, we're moving into big zones. We're moving into lower risk-reward regions that we've been pumping for weeks. Can't perma-pump. I'm not saying there can't be another squeeze, but you need to be careful at these big areas now. People have made a lot of money in the last couple of weeks, and there's a lot of leverage involved here, guys. So again, risk management, and you really need to be careful, because when the stuff falls over, it could fall over pretty quickly. Okay, we got some Boca fans. Okay, Bruce. Let us. What setups do you have now? I'm sure people are raring to go for some setups here.
Well, I closed both. I was in, we called TRB and World Altcoin on Friday, both of which did really well. So TRB, I want to cover it because, honest to gosh, I have no clue where this is going. This is broke all-time high, and if it comes back and retests it, but frankly, at the moment, I'm just going to let it run until it makes some kind of correction, because it's I closed it basically at that level there for we picked up just about 18% on that. Wild is one that actually is interesting because I got out of it right just before the show. I'm looking for this one to come up and tag that high right there. So continue with the bull a little bit, and then definitely I'll be looking for short back to that 382 level that got us before. What I'm looking for now is actually Tomo. Welcome back to our world, Tomo.
Nice.
We're looking to short it. It did not. It hit a high. It hit that high. It made a lower high, and it's failing to break that last high over there. So I've drawn a trend line over here. Let me just go and show the time frame so you can see it. I'm definitely looking for this thing. It's going to push up, but I'm probably going to short it right about. Let me give you the numbers in a second. If it tags that area again, so if it tags 1.8646, I'll short it right there, or wait for it to break through the trend line and confirm it down. The stop will be on the other side of that white line. So the stop will be on the other side of 1.87, just a little bit higher than that. So we're looking about, if it gets up to there, we're looking about 1.7, 1.8% stop on that, which is why I want to be patient, because I don't want it to be any higher than that. Let's see, what was the other one I was looking at?
Bruce, just to confirm, for those that can't see the screen, Bruce got this on Banter Discord. So if you're on the Banter Discord, guys, the VIP guys get access to these charts. So for those of you that are new to the show, the charts that we do here, a lot of them go on the VIP in Banter Discord. So you just need to have access to the Banter Discord. How do you have access to the Banter Discord? You need a trading link, any Banter trading link. If you don't have a Banter trading link, there is one in the description. Pick your favorite exchange, try a new one. They are there for you, and that should give you access to the VIP. And Bruce will set alarms on this as well. So if we hit, you should hit the alarm. Okay.
By the way, I promised I would cover this until we did it, so I'm going to keep my promise. Total market cap, FYI, is we are almost there. This push up over the weekend pushes right back up into the territory. That little pink line right there is the make or break. I think that is just about, let's pull back just a little bit right now. All we need is about 14 billion more in the market, at which point both Bitcoin and total market cap will have crossed the line into full, honest to goodness, bearish territory. So we're really getting close here. Keeping an eye on that, because if this pulls back, so will the rest of the token. So this is a number one indicator for me right now. The other thing I'm looking at, Dylan, is your favorite token in the world, short and CAS.
Show us. I was writing this down. I was going to pull it up for somebody, but CAS is looking good. We're pushing all-time highs again. Yeah,
it is. But if it it's already rejected. I can take it back. Look at that.
Oof, breaking trend.
Hello. Show started a little late.
Okay. Bear part.
Yes. Yeah. But that was the setup I was working on right there. So for this one, it's a little late to catch up, unless it comes back up and retests over there, which would be a really great entrance for the rest of that short back down. So
okay, so CAS looking a bit bearish, guys. Remember, these are major resistance zones. So when it gets there, it's very tough to just blow through it. There's always some kind of drama at these major resistance areas, and CAS is giving the example. I'm trying to show you of what to expect when Sol gets there, or when Rune gets there. So okay, good stuff.
And what was the other one I was looking at? Was that STMX also. Now, STMX doesn't show weakness yet, but if it breaks above that level of 0.078, and what I'm about to tell you is invalid. But if it stays below there, rejecting off of that level right there, is also a pretty nice short. So you can test the waters now if you think that's going to short. But if you think it's going to continue bullish, then definitely take your hands off this one. But right now,
I would think if BTC starts running, STMX might run with BTC.
Exactly. So right now we're looking at, I would have a very tight stop on it, but it's failing to break a new high right there. And that to me is a short indicator. So I would be patient, keep your eyes on it. And if it doesn't break that high, if Bitcoin looks like it's getting a little weak, then this could be a nice little 5 or 6%.
So remember what we can do, guys. When BTC is pumping into these hot resistance zones, like that 36 I was telling you about, it starts pushing hard into that area. You look what these alts are pushing into, and if we get a nice solid BTC rejection, then often these alts start falling over at these resistance zones. You'll see often they tie in together at resistance areas. Bruce, Torben just had a question. He said he didn't get the conclusion of TRB. So can you just explain briefly? Sorry about that, Torben. So here's the TRB situation.
No, this was a great trade we took together on Friday. Actually, it didn't kick off till the end of the weekend, for me. But boy, it just did such a great job. I closed it over there. It broke this high very, very cleanly, which means that now it's in nosebleed territory. I marked the fib extension, right? The fib extension is 164. So that's kind of a holy cow territory. Wait, no, that's not fib extension. That's a previous level. So if the market for this is going to stay bullish, which seems to be right now, I would wait for this to finish doing what it's doing, come back and retest this pretty clearly defined level. This thing that used to be resistance from there now becomes support, and we'll definitely pick up along. And it might actually be doing it sooner than I thought, because we're seeing some weakness right now. Anyway, basically, let it pump, let it finish pumping, let it come back and retest, tag that level, and then you pick up along from about the area of 118.36.
Okay, so a little bit of patience there, Torben. You should get your entry. But again, we're looking through a couple of alts here now, and we're hopefully going to find 1 or 2 entries. Dave, do you have anything cooking?
Yes, sir, I do.
Something brewing here. What is this?
Yes, so I posted this on Discord last night. 𝗕𝗵𝘁𝗄. I've actually been scalping it quite a bit this past week, and it's holding this trend line. And I'm sure there's a lot of shorts building up here, and I'm seeing a short squeeze because we have a huge resistance area up here. So you can see where the moving average, there's an order block showing at Lux Algo. We're kind of close to the entry, but I would wait for more of a sniper entry along this trend line. You could also see that the 236 is holding as support. So all the details are in Discord, guys, on my logic. We're sitting on a lot of order blocks on CFX right now. You can see one right here, one right here. So it is an Asia token, and typically these guys pump the heck out of it. 10% swings, 15% swings. I mean, this one was a 17% swing from the low to the high, 15% swing. So be careful with your leverage on this one. But might think it's going to pay off pretty well. The other one is Arbitrum. It's kind of the same situation as CFX. It's holding this trend line very, very well. And I believe on the 8-hour RSIs, it's starting to curve up. So this looks like a decent long situation. And you can see we've been fighting this order block for quite a while here. But you know what happens when we keep flirting with this resistance area? It's going to blow through. And I would say the target is at least into this moving average around 107. So I'll post this on the Discord as well. So these are the 2 long setups that I'm seeing that are very close to entry. I'm still on my long with XRP. It was awesome to see Sheldon talk about that yesterday on the Sunday stream, which, by the way, if you guys missed the Sunday stream, you guys missed out. It was awesome. The next, or the setups that I'm looking at right now. So I'm not in any of these trades. You know, shorts are looking really nice, but what's interesting about 𝗲𝗏 is this is a trend line that we've drawn from August, and we are literally reaching this top of the trend line. So pay attention to this. I'm curious to know if it's going to break above this trend line or if it's going to stop right here and then pull down. And which, if it does, and we have some kind of pullback on Bitcoin, I would imagine we're going to at least come down to these levels here. So I'm not in this trade. I've just got my eyes on it, and I'd recommend you guys pay attention to this trend line that forms from the 13th of August all the way up until now, which it formed on the 20th, last week, and then
So,
30th.
yeah, I
here.
mean, what we're seeing here is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's pumping into another resistance zone. So if you're looking for longs on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, now is not really the best time, I suppose, unless this thing's just going to go parabolic, which we obviously have no control over. But you're pushing into quite a tricky resistance area. So, I mean, are you leaning towards shorts here?
If we, I know we're looking for a lot of potential shorts. We're hitting some resistance area. Bitcoin, keep in mind, we are at a resistance area. So if Bitcoin does reject, these are going to be some amazing shorts. So just eyes on it. I'm not taking the trade. I will post on Discord if I do take the trade, but these are on my radar. So if they're on my radar, I'd recommend you guys watch them as well. The other one is Rune. So I spotted this out this weekend.
Gabe, I just wanted to throw one thing in for you that the 𝗕𝗵 extension is also correlates with your trend line, your upper trend line. The 𝗕𝗵 extension is 34678 down to 1.68 marker. So there's a lot of correlation for what you're talking about.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you've been watching this as well. I think you called the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 long, so amazing long there too, guys. So just keep your eyes on that. I know Dylan's been watching Rune. I had pointed this out this weekend as well in our private chat, and it played out perfectly. Obviously, you can see that the shorts are not great risk to rewards, but I was looking at this last night before I went to bed, was considering the long, and woke up to see it was a 10% pump. So I was like, okay, I guess it's respecting this parallel channel. So I'm not in any trade on Rune right now. I've got my eyes on it. It does look like a nice potential short, but what's the risk to reward here? Maybe 5, 6, 7%. So if anything, it would be a scalp move, depending on what Bitcoin is doing. And just as a recap, last week, hey, congrats to those that followed me on Discord and talked about the sand long. Took a couple days to play out, but it was nice to wake up Sunday morning, seeing it 10% up. And then congrats to those that held onto the 𝗂𝗏 long. It took some time, but that's how it works. Some of these take some time, and we're up 10% on the 𝗂𝗏 long there. So, and then looking at the injective short as well. So as far as the short setups, looking at potential 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Rune, and injective, and then the two long setups.
Do you like injective here, Dave?
Honestly, I have an alert that I set a while ago at 14.604. I like it here, but I am seeing a potential move to Bitcoin here, of Bitcoin. I'm looking at this potential play here where we'll visit this high again at 35,751. So if that happens, I'm seeing injective have somewhat of a small pump, and that would kind of line up with maybe this scenario here. Bitcoin does that. So maybe even start now, ladder in, but I have not taken a short yet. It is looking very, very nice though. And I think if we were to have some kind of retracement from the bottom to the high here, this used to be a resistance area. Now this could potentially be support.
9.8, yeah.
Yep. So if we were to change that to support, it lines up exactly with a sniper zone, and that would literally be a, let's see how much of a move that would be. Phew. Crazy. Maybe like a swing short here, but at least
even on the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, it's still bullish. It just pulls back there. It's still a bullish play. It's just Yeah, and
if it comes down here, it might be a wick and then a big bounce up, and it's gonna wreck all the longs for sure. But that's how these games are played. They're gonna wreck the longs for sure. So those are my 2 cents on that, and exciting times, guys. Just pay attention to the charts, pay attention to Bitcoin, and set your alerts on these levels in these areas.
I see Simon is here, guys. He's hiding behind the chats. He was a late arrival. There he is.
Simon.
How are you?
Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is here. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys this liquidation heat map quickly. We'll find the chart. Hold on. Simon, everyone wants to know what you're trading.
I've got a GRT. Let me know when you're done with the heat map. I'll show you in a minute. I'm not in yet. It's coming now. So when you're done with the heat map.
Okay, how many likes do we have?
Not enough.
We are at 253.
Okay, 320 likes, and Simon's going to show you his GRT setup. He hasn't even said if it's long or short. No one knows.
Yeah.
So 350 likes. What did we say? 320 likes. Okay,
320
so
likes.
guys, This is the BTC liquidation heat map that I've been following. This is the Binance chart, and you can see they've flushed everything out here in between 34,390 and 34,900 has been flushed out so far. Highs of this thing 35,430, and if we send it really deep, we're talking 32,800. So eyes on that as well. We pretty much dead center right now, so they could come either way quite quickly and give us a little flush out there. Okay, let's pull up some more charts. We've had requests for Sand and Mana. I'm looking forward to Simon's GRT setup, I must say.
I've got three nice ones for you today.
Okay, nice. Okay, guys, there were requests for Sand. This is where we are with Sand. 12-hour, beautiful break of resistance. We are now potentially waiting for a little pullback for support here. Let's see how we go. I pulled in a trend right now, but look, it's pretty much clear skies here for Sand. We're talking 0.39 is a potential target. So, you know, what we want to see from Sand is just this move to continue. We've seen all these gaming tokens, Axie, Sand, Gala, PYR, all these gaming tokens, they're firing. Some of these AI tokens, they're firing. So no reason why Sand won't continue this party while it's happening. So what I suggest is track this trend and do what we've been doing with things like Sol. You want to dial in on the 15 minutes. You want to look for these setups. You want to see them brewing to try and snipe those entries. Let's take a look at Mana. Also broken through resistance. So what did we get here? We had support, we broke through resistance, we've broken through. Now we want to see this retest hold. So key areas for me now on Mana is 0.36. That's a big area for me. That's my first main pullback area, 0.36. And then the next one is a cluster down here with the 382, this little zone here. So call it 0.34. So those are my safe pullback areas. So if we get a normal BTC pullback and BTC drops a few $100 or whatever, look for these alts to drop onto some supports. And these are the areas I'm watching. And then guys, again, note, 200-day MA is getting smashed here, putting up a fight at 0.387. So we know a lot of these altcoins, once they reclaim this 200-day, they fire. So what I would suggest is your target is 0.4458. Once we do get cracking there. So that is something I would look for. Call it 0.45. So let's see how the support play. Let's see what happens when we settle down here, and then fire off again. Bruce, how's our likes there? Are we ready for Simon's GRT?
Our likes are at 372. Yeah. I think it's fine.
Wow, that was a bit of a jump.
So easy.
Let's go.
So easy.
Nice.
Okay, let's get Simon's chart up here. But you got to share your chart there, Simon.
Let me present real quick. Present, share screen. Here we go. And share. There we go. Right. Do you want to do GRT first or last?
GRT, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Right. So, just before we, let me just get rid of this fib real quick. So here we go. GRT, guys, on the 4-hour. So Dylan said before, he'd never see more than 3 X's. That is because you don't get more than 3 X's. 3 is the absolute maximum that any indicator within 𝗪𝗪𝗪 would give you on the X's, which basically means this is due a bounce. So what I actually did was I drew a fib tool just before I came on, and I can see that the 382 pretty much lines up very nicely with this area of support. So what I would anticipate happening is we get some sort of retracement on GRT before we continue on. And that's basically confirmed by the 3. This is a really strong signal, guys. To get 3 X's is strong. There's been a real solid long down there. There's a real push up into this cloud, the red reversal zone up here. The trend is still green. If we kind of zoom in, just get rid of all this stuff real quick. We zoom in a bit. The trend, which is this line behind, right, the green line, it's still very much pointing upwards. I can't actually see what that is. I think that's now, yeah, there you go. It's just gone horizontal. So what I'm kind of expecting is that to line up with the RSI topping out, okay? And probably, I say we should get that pullback. This is such a strong indication to see 3 X's. There is a shortcoming for GRT. There must be. There's no must in trading, but this is Unless it's broken.
They've broken 𝗕𝗃𝗃 again for the 50th time. 𝗕𝗃𝗃 looks broken on my screens, guys. Again, you don't have to turn into a bear. You don't have to start like firing up shorts here. What we're really trying to tell you, especially if you are new to trading or you're coming in now for this bull market and the move, is that these are hot areas now. These things are overbought. Everyone's involved. There's leverage here, and if you're trying to squeeze out a few more % on something so overbought like this, you are just taking a little bit more risk than maybe you should. So maybe this would be a TP zone or a time to sit back and say, okay, let's wait. Let's see how things settle. Let's see where we can get some type of bullish pullback. And what Simon is showing you here is a bullish pullback to a fib and some horizontal support, which is perfectly normal in a bull market to get pullback. So again, guys, you don't have to be loading up shorts here. We're just saying to you, rather just take a step back on things like GRT. Let's let things settle a little bit. Try and get some kind of reset even on these 𝗕𝗃𝗃s, on the RSIs. I mean, we've got overbought RSIs all over the place. So things are cooking.
The cash flow is also very much topping out as well. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just zoom in a bit further. It's gone from straight up or vertically up to horizontal. So it would indicate that probably the cash flow is also going to kind of do this and then come down again. And that means that this will correspond with the price. So yeah, listen, it's not definite, but that's what I see.
Nice.
Yeah, look, one comment I do have is that GRT is trying to reclaim this 200-day MA, and right now it's fighting it to hold a support. So that is something to watch. And then any pullbacks. What is your pullback level there, Simon? Is it 0.105?
Hang on 1 second. No, it's further than that. This is the 382 that, I've moved my chart, that's why. The 382 that I had was, excuse me a second, 973, so it's under 10 cents. What was your one? Probably this one here,
so
10.
Yeah, so it's, for me, it's that first sort of level of support. It's the horizontal on the 12 hour, I think it was, and a 236. So that's 105, and then lower down, then we've got that 382 where you are, I think there. 97.
If I draw this fib, which I've just drawn from the local sort of wave from that wick, it comes in at 105 precisely, like literally to the penny.
Yeah, so these are the areas we're watching, guys. If you're looking for a bounce, things are a bit hot. GRT right now, it's holding or trying to hold the 200-day MA. Okay, right now, where it is now, it's touching the 200-day MA as support. If it loses it slightly, I'm watching 105 for the bounce, just like Simon's shown you there, and then that lower 382 region at 97. So these are just the areas you need to pay attention to if things start coming down.
It's 10% move as well. Yeah,
Meanless says Sol 38. Easy today.
Yep.
And it could be big things happening there for Sol, but at some point it's gonna get tired.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got there?
I heard you talk about games before, so I thought I'd bring up a games token that you rarely speak about, games for a living. Traditionally, let me see if I can put this into perspective real quick. So this is a token, let's just take off 𝗕𝗃𝗃𝗃 for a sec. So this is a token that unlocks on the 13th of every month, and generally, like if you look at the date down the bottom here, this section, guys, you'll see that it dips here on the 13th of May, you get a push up again, it dips here again to the low on the 13th of June, you're going to see a pattern here, 13th of July. I bet not many people have spotted this, and then so on right the way through. Now what happens is in that period in between, it tends to go up. So at this point, we are obviously the 25th of October, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. What's going to happen is we are going to get this towards this date. Sorry, that's a terrible line. Hold on. There we go. We get something like that, with this being the 13th and being the low again. And then that will correspond perfectly probably with this resetting nicely and getting ready to go again. So this, for me, this is a topping zone on games for a living. I'm just going to take these back off again. Where we are now, this would be on a spot bag, a take profit level. You guys would have heard me talk about this time and again on Discord. When we hit these levels and it's halfway before, along the month, get out before this RSI starts to come down, because we are going to get a dip every time on the 13th, and it will happen again next month because there's another unlock. So I'm looking at games for a living. I'm looking at taking profit pretty soon. I don't even need Lux Algo for this.
This is such good information. Okay, awesome. I mean, guys, listen to this man. Look what he's doing. Every time he gets it right, there's unlocks. There's all sorts of things happening. Gee, Simon, nice. Very nice.
Awesome. And then I suppose the only other thing, Dill, is there's a Casper fib that I drew. The fib 380 comes in at 5.1, just over 5 cents. I wouldn't be surprised to see that, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce there, just here, because we've also got this as well where it needs to reset. So again, you know, I'm making these things sound simple. I appreciate that, guys, but you know, trading doesn't have to be a 300 line or a Lux Algo document. You just need the understanding of the token, the market, your RSI, and fib tools. You know, so this to me looks like a great area to bounce on. 51. There you go.
Nice. Thank you.
And if you, that's right.
I want to start, Simon, thanks, man. That was great.
No problem.
I want to start looking at some meme coins. We got lots of requests for meme coins. So, guys, I've pulled up Doge and 𝗕𝗵𝘁. Guys, it's Doge's birthday. Let us know in the chat the actual story.
Yes, November 4th, right?
November 4th. Okay.
Someone please confirm that.
What are the odds that on Doge Day somebody tweets and Doge pumps 15% or 10%? So it's almost like if we are aware of it, we kind of have to be in some kind of Doge position. So let's just take a look at this. Let's take a look at this Doge chart. Even if you want to do something like set a preset sale order at a key resistance area, just so that we know when he tweets. Okay, we won't mention his name when he tweets. It pings reaction areas every time. I mean, so I'm sitting in a Doge. Okay, I'm gonna preset some sell orders. Let's look together as to where we could potentially preset sell orders. The most obvious ones are these horizontals first off the bat. So 0.072, but I mean that would be a small move. You can see Doge right now, guys. It's 382 and 200-day MA is holding now as support. Okay, so we haven't lifted off this 382 yet, where all these other alts have. The next reaction zone, 0.077. Okay, and remember, this stuff can happen very quickly. So if we go to that top level, that's 11%. If we go to this lower level here, it's 5%. I don't know if it's even worth getting out of bed for 5% in this market. So let's say 11. And then my next area are these wicks over here. So I wouldn't get too greedy on it if we're just trying to play the game, the November 4th game. Guys, have we confirmed in the chats what day it is? There must be some Doge fans here. Guys, let us know, please. I'm looking for answers here. The Doge army there. And then the next level, guys, is 0.08. Call it 0.082. Okay, so that would be a. It's 6th of November.
It's the 6th. No, according to this, Dogecoin is the 6th of December. That's what this website says. So it's next week, apparently.
There's people in the office, in the research team, talking about 2nd or 4th of November. So something's going on.
I'm looking at it.
Okay. Well, let us know. Then obviously we don't know what's potting here. The top level for me is 0.083. That's a 20% move. Okay. So these would be the most obvious areas for me to have preset sells in case there's a tweet and a pump. Okay, let's look at Panikos says it's the 2nd. The Visionary says September 6th. You see, so Bella says it's probably Elon's birthday on the 2nd. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, the father of Doge. Maybe it's his birthday. Okay, let's look at 𝗕𝗵𝘁. Here we are. 𝗕𝗵𝘁. It's still doing. You've seen these meme coins have slowed down now. Doge is sitting on support, hardly moving. 𝗕𝗵𝘁 sitting on support, hardly moving, and we got the same picture here. So we are playing the support resistance game, guys. This looks identical to Doge. So when the meme season starts again, it seemed like it was meme day last week. Maybe we get another movie on these meme coins. Your support here is still this lower region, this 0.00011, and then we're looking at 105. So look at this 105 and this 11. These are your main support zones, and the target remains 147. I'm still waiting for that 147. provided the supports hold on any retests. Javier wants XRP.
You've got an XRP breakout right now. That's what I was about to say. Right now,
Guys,
on 4 hour. On
guys,
the 4
you
hour.
know you're supposed to scream at us in the chats. I
was
exclamations.
I was
think
about
the
to
word
do
is
that
broke.
bit.
I think the word is broken out. It's
Yeah.
𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕.
Also, if you go on the hour, the RSI is really, really high up,
Oh.
and it's had a take profit already.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
It's going to
So
reject.
This was again, I mean, let's just tell the story of this XRP again, because this is playing out all over the place. So we had the pump. What did we have? We got the 382 pullback. They did play a game. They came to wick out some longs. Okay? Where did they stop? The next major support, 200-week MA, 200-day MA, and horizontal, holding it up for XRP, and it's absolutely sent now. Guys, in the chats, when you see this happening, you must exclamationize us so that we can get in it. So we know.
It's going to reject, isn't it?
We've missed the move yet.
It's going to reject, though,
Don't
Dylan.
you
Don't you think?
think? It's got up till about 61.69 before it hits resistance. So
Yeah, 62 is where I'm seeing it going
Yeah.
right now.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Does
if
it
you're
not
long.
count? Sorry, go on.
No, if you're long, I would, 61, 62 is the target.
Yep.
Some of that. But yeah, there's something going on here. I mean, BTC hasn't moved, has it?
It's
Not much.
Not
fighting it
a lot.
still.
Yeah,
the top of the
BTC is
range.
chilling here. Okay. So yeah, guys, I mean, if BTC starts firing here, these alts are going to start ripping again. Okay.
I do have a couple of short signals on XRP. It's not confirmed short yet, but the RSI is topped out and Lux is giving us a red triangle. So probably there might be a rejection coming.
Guys, let us know in the chat if we are too bearish today. There's a lot
Sorry,
of
guys.
there's a lot of the word short coming out of this
Sorry.
today. Guys, let us know. Are we being too bearish here? Carlos says no. He says there's a massive pullback coming. Camilo wants to short STMX. And Atom, we've got requests for Atom. Guys, you know what happened to me with Atom? When I took that Atom long, probably 12 days ago, I preset my sell order. And it's been my one quite big one in BitGet. And it automatically closed me this afternoon.
Congrats.
Well, I mean, it's nice, but that wasn't my intention. I wanted to ride this thing till the end of time, basically. But at the time when I took the trade, it was low down. I mean, it must have been down here, 6.4, wherever it was. I thought, oh, well, you know, I'm going to ride this thing till this level, this resistance, whatever. And I preset it and I forgot to take it out. So I've been exited now out of Atom. I can't really complain. But this is where we are. Okay, DOT breakout. We're getting screamed at about DOT. Thank you, guys. Now that's the spirit. Let's do this.
What thing about selling? That what's this, sir?
Hey, we gotta breakout.
Yo.
Oh my
Bro,
god!
this is so nice.
Bearishly bullish.
Sneaking it now, we can all turn bullish. Yeah.
DOT breakout apparently. Let's tell them. Have you looked at this DOT chart yet?
StreamYard breakout.
I don't know, bro. Like, the problem is also looking ready to pump, but Bitcoin must break out of that wedge. Like, the longer we sit at resistance here is not good. And as much as alts look ready to go, we might pull back. So, yeah, Bitcoin needs to break through. It has to. Like, right now, it's just hovering here. And it's a little bit of a danger. My XRP is waking up, though. I'm pretty happy about the XRP.
That thing is blown up. So who was screaming at us in the chat there about the DOT breakout? I want to know what time frame you were watching there. It was Dorjan. Dorjan, let us know, bro, because I'm looking at DOT here. This is the
1 minute.
hour. Yeah.
The 1 minute.
Okay, so the play for DOT is the same as many of these alts. We're looking at Matic, Phantom, DOT, all these, they all look the same right now. They're pushing into resistance area. Same with ADA, same with NEAR. They all look identical now. So we are at resistance for these guys. They need to push up now. We want to grab support. Obviously, you can dial in on the 15 minutes, but if you listen to what Sheldon's saying, if we do get some kind of pullback here, we're going to get hurt quite quickly. So you just need to be careful. And in these areas, what I would suggest here on DOT, you know, your first main area of support is this 4.22. But again, guys, we are fighting a resistance band here. So just play safe. If we do start moving, the target is trend 4.7 for me. 4.7 to 4.8. That's my dot target.
Yeah, I think there's two. Sorry, Dol, to jump in there. I think there's two views on dots. I think if you got nice entries around $4, I think it's okay for some longer views. The only reason I'm saying this is if we go perma bull now, or let's say we go bull for a couple of months, you want to hang on to some entries. Like you want to take profits, like on your leverage accounts and your short-term accounts, but your spot accounts, you wanna just leave them a bit, because I remember riding some for a very long time and I got out way too early and it's so hard to get back in. So I was looking at like dot now, so I can add
so main supports here for me, dot 4.1 and the 50-day MA at 4. So yeah, if you got in around these areas, you good. There's no reason to exit.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying that, I think I want to build dots. I don't know about you guys, but I want to build a spot position on dots. I have a bit, but I think we need to get more.
Look where we came from. I mean, it's so low, isn't it, by comparison? To have a spot position, you'd be crazy not to, wouldn't you? We are. I'm just checking now.
I don't think. Dol, do you even trade spot, bro? I've never seen you with a spot account.
What is this thing, spot?
What is spot?
You just right with Dol. We're 93% down though on the dot price. It's crazy.
It's weird how they hack your accounts. They took your spot count away and they took Rand's stop loss button away. So it's quite interesting how.
Yeah, I just have more fun with the leverage. It's more exciting for me. Sheldon, what charts do you have here? I've got requests for lots. Like, do you have OP? Do you have Avax?
Yeah, let's go. I don't have anything prepped. But I can definitely chart. Yeah, guys, again, Bitcoin, let's just get through this thing so we know that the alt awakening is actually real and it's not a fake out, because we literally right at this resistance now. So until we're out of there, trust me, I want to hold my longs just as long as everyone wants to, and probably take more longs. But we are getting quite crazy. Look at Solana. I still think Solana 38-48 bucks. You know what I like about this market is finally these events are actually doing something to the coins. The whole of the bear market, any good news was just absorbed very quickly. Now in bull, you have these things where, it's literally just Solana's week this week and look how it's pumping. Just because it's a Solana event. It's crazy how things shift. Okay, name some coins there. What do you want?
Well, give us Avax. You must have Avax there.
I do.
Yeah, Maurice.
I do.
Maurice wants some Avax.
Look at this thing, bro. Look at this thing. We've had quite a good week with some altcoins. So this one's pretty easy, guys, to chart. I'm not gonna lie. So you just want to put here, pop in this major trend, so you can hold it as long as we hold that trend. And then obviously just work with horizontals, level by level. So right now it does have a big resistance, which is this zone up here. We've got to pop through there. And then after that, we're looking at the areas of these two zones here, which is the first one around about the $12, and then we got slightly higher in the sense of $13 here too. So it's quite easy. Any support buys over here with the stop loss outside of the trend, and you can hold the trade for as long as we hold the trend. It all depends on your entries, especially guys that got in down here. But this is how you want to trade it. We don't know. We don't know if we're about to break through and absolutely crush with altcoins. At least by having this trend, it gives you a sense of both. It gives you a sense of protecting yourself, and it gives you a sense of let's ride this thing until it stops. And then that's sort of the idea you want here, especially, and the reason why I want you to get used to this, guys, is when coins go back to all-time highs. When you have a coin break all-time high and you have no data, how do you know where it's going next? And you have to use these tools to ride them for as long as they go. So Avax is at TP. If you got entries down here, I'd probably take profits here. But yeah, if you want to hold it out, I do have the 1240 and the 1340, sort of midterm range.
Nice.
Thorchain's blowing it up. This thing is not stopping. Remember when it was dead a couple of months ago?
We're looking at 3, somewhere around there.
Yeah, exactly. 3. You got the close at 2.85. Yeah, so 3 definitely looks It looks good, and it's crazy. Imagine it breaks through. Like, you don't understand. Like, you gotta sometimes have that little bit of hope out there that maybe it does, and you gotta be prepared if it does. If it smashes that, and it smashes 3.5, like, you know, where does this thing go again? Are we going back to $10 at any point? You never know. I'm excited for these weeks like this.
Yeah.
That's where it gets pretty crazy.
Do you think it's going to happen, bro? I mean, are we just being cynical here? I mean, this feeling.
Not really, bro. You can see what both our shows, like when I jumped on now with you as well, like, we're speaking a lot about the pullbacks. We're not going to ignore that this can stop at any moment. But probably one of the best sayings Rand's ever said, if the music's on, dance, right? So let's go. Let's as long as it's money season, we treat it as money season every day and we trade it. And as long as you're putting your stops and being very fussy with your entries, like if it's not a good chart, don't trade it. Like, it's very, very simple. And as long as you do that, like, ride it. Because I remember being in this mindset with that bull, and it just went. And I also had these things. Oh, maybe it's just going to stop. And it just didn't for like literally 13 months. You know what I mean? It just went.
Guys, you got to do
crazy.
exactly what we're saying here. We're scalping these 15-minute entries, the ones that are overcooked and hot. You just got to.
Guys, right now, the only thing available is a small portion of your money in a trading account, trading actively, because you have percentages. Long term, don't worry about buying now. None of that stuff. That's not that time to enter that. But it's time to trade. It's time to put every single tool, every single time you've practiced. It's time to put it into action. You know, we're getting volatility.
You know, there's a sniper school. Just tell them about sniper school. There's a link here in description.
Here we go.
All
Yeah,
the
sniper school.
learn.
You got it, bro. That's one thing I learned. There's a lot of things I didn't know going into the bull market. I was so like amateur going into it. And that's what the whole school and shit's about. It's just, if you miss the foundation, you're going to mess it up later with a lot more money, and it sucks. It sucks when you didn't learn a small level 1 lesson and it costs you $200,000 for it. You know what I mean? Like, then it really sucks. So we paid those lessons. Rand paid that lesson. I haven't paid a lot of lessons when it came to Luna for me. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of lessons. So yeah, do your foundation work. Don't skip the foundation. And once you got that, you can build on top and you can build strong. So yeah, below, guys, you want to join? We got 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it's the final cohort of this year. So if this market blows up, make sure you got your tools ready. So I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it at all.
Guys, and you know, Bruce and Simon and Dave were all part of Sniper School as well. They've all done it.
Definitely.
They've all gone through it. Dave won a ByBit competition. He used Sniper School things that he learned, and he used our sniper charts, and he won the ByBit competition. You know,
so
kicked ass, bro.
There's a lesson for you guys as to why you need to be doing the Sniper School.
That's why Dave won.
You could be next.
You can
You know
be
what?
next, guys.
We are around all week to do this. If it's not a live session like we are now, we're in Discord all week long. Bruce and I are there all the time. Anytime anyone wants something, you can come grab us.
Yep, so much support.
Definitely.
Okay, guys.
No, you got it, guys. You got it. No, I appreciate it. It's
while we're talking. This is 𝗕𝗵𝗕𝗄 on the 15 minutes. We did have a nice little trend break. Look at the trend break, retest, and now it's on its way. You learned that at Sniper School as well. So
I love this guy. No, thank you. I think you must say from tomorrow you talk about Sniper School, bro. You do a great job. Those on fire, baby. He's on fire.
Targets for 𝗕𝗵𝗕𝗄, guys. I did show you the bigger picture there on 𝗕𝗵𝗕𝗄. We were looking at that main support, and then the main target here is 1450 for now. This is if it does blow through this range. So if we do get some momentum here, 1450 is what we're looking for in the near term. I'm not looking long term. That's a different trade. But right now, if we're looking for a move on 𝗕𝗵𝗕𝗄, it's this range high 125, and then it's 1450. That's what I'm looking at. Let's pull up Axie, because I've got questions on Axie, and Axie could be the next one to really blow here. Guys, Axie has been very quiet. It was a massive game in 2021, and we've just been quietly climbing level by level by level, and look what it's banging into right now. 200-day MA and 618 resistance. Once we reclaim that area, I think this thing's going to fly. So what I'm looking at for Axie right now, I've put an alarm here in the banter Discord. Pullbacks down to 5.6. If we do get that, it's a bullish pullback for me. If that holds, I would expect a lot bigger things here from Axie. So eyes on this 200-day MA right now. That's what we're watching. And then target-wise, I'd say we're looking at 6.88 as the first sort of major move that we should get out of it. And then a zoomed in version here on the 15 minutes. You can see what I'm doing here. I've just cut in this for you just to show you how we go about scalping things. And again, we had a little trend down here. It blew through. Now we are holding support at the moment. So we are watching this area, this 5.7. And don't forget the 200-day is here, fighting right now in this zone here, 5.8. So let's keep our eyes on this right now for Axie. If it does fall over and starts pulling back harder, your first stop, guys, 5.6. That's your first area.
Yo, dude, I'm like, you know what's crazy about this market when it does these funny things like this? It starts testing the other side of your brain, because now you're like, you've made money. Like, I've made cash. I've made some good cash, and it's like, I don't know, it's just something in you that wants more, and you have to like, you have to fight this shit now. It's a whole nother beast. I thought the fear was a bad one, but this one is like, now I'm sitting 17, 18K on this one now, and it's like, I don't know, dude. It's
going
tempting.
more. Going more.
Losing money is
Going
hard.
more until it doesn't.
Yeah, you never know. Like, this thing could just be getting going. See, if we break this high, that's what we got to break. XRP breaks that high. Lunch is on me tomorrow, though. If it breaks the high, lunch is on me tomorrow, bro.
Take us somewhere. We must go to another country. You must fly us around the world.
Come to London. Come to London.
Come to California, have lunch on the beach.
I'll pick you up.
Oh wow!
No problem.
You wanna make a whole trip of it?
When it's raining, you can come in.
No, we will come. I want to come visit. I definitely want to come.
I want to show you what's going on here with ADA quickly, guys. There's some pressure here on the 200-day and horizontal. This thing's looking good as well. So again, resistance play right now. We're pushing into a resistance band. Okay, you can see the support here, resistance. We are now banging into this resistance zone here, trying to squeeze through. Watch this 200-day. Let's see what reaction we get there. Maybe we get something like that out of ADA. So expect a reaction now at the 200-day MA. It's pushing. Expect something to happen there. But once it settles down, look for around 29.50, I'd say, as your bullish support. If you dialed in here, 15 minutes, 1 hour, look for something along those lines. And then, yeah, big targets up ahead. We got 31, 32, and 33, and this horizontal at 35. So could be a nice mover.
I've got one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, guys, please just be careful. There might be a pullback. Like, just be very aware of it. That we might pull back at any moment. I'm just looking at this chart and I'm like, we need to break this shit, bro.
Yeah. Lux Algo is shouting
get out of here,
basically telling us to stop trading long. Like, it's like, really, you must calm down. Really want
I can show you a Lux setup in a minute. Same sort of thing. There's too many bears in today, though. Dill, you're right. I've got another bearish one.
When things are so green like this, you just need to like take a step back and just see what's actually happening here. It's like, you know, when things are dumping onto supports and we're panicking and people want to short, when you get all these red candles dipping down, like those are generally your best long entries when you're feeling so bearish. And I mean, I'm feeling very bullish lately, and I know that's a sign. We just need to start being careful here. Just a little bit careful. I see Leon wants some Floki. Okay, Leon, let's look at Floki quickly.
Guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Go spend time with the daughter. I just thought I'd pop on. Love you all.
Sir, good to see you.
We'll see you later. Much love, guys. Ciao.
Thanks for joining.
Ciao. Cheers, man. Leon, we got Floki on the daily. Little flag here under resistance. Something to watch. Let's keep our eyes on this. Let's look at the support here. I heard they're actually trying to turn Floki into a real business or something. What was the story?
Great.
Like they were actually trying to make it something. So
That's
that
just
is
what we need.
What?
We're a bit short of companies in crypto space, you know.
There was some rumor. I mean, that's what was pumping the other day. So who knows, guys? But Leon, on the 1 hour, this is how I would look at it. So just track your support areas. You can see it over here. I mean, you were saying, is it a retest? Yeah, I suppose it is a retest potentially, but look out down here, and there is some action there as well. So yeah, if I was in Floki here, I'm not in it. I'd watch the support 3, 4, 6, those areas, and then could quite easily move to this 33 area as well. So just be careful there. Cryptic Sniper says the Dixie's dumping. Well, we like that. We like it dumping Dixie. Luba says, ha ha ha. I don't know what she's laughing at.
Do you want to have a look at 𝗕𝗁 real quick?
Yeah,
I'll show you
well,
what
I
I'm
think
seeing
Dave
afterwards.
did do 𝗕𝗁, but are you going to... Okay, pull up your chart.
I wasn't on at that point, I guess. Hold on, share screen again.
Yeah, it was just a recap of the entry there, but...
I'm sharing mine, right? Can we pull mine up, Dill?
Yep, go. Fire it.
All right, cool. So all it was, I was looking at 𝗕𝗁 with using the order blocks, actually. Dave, I guess this is probably similar to what you already said. I didn't catch that bit because I was signing on, sorry, but we obviously broke out with the trend line. We retested it nicely. We dealt with that order block, and I guess we're making our way up to this order block. But what really interests me is this. And there's some bearish present. We've had a sort of short signal, so I'm guessing that there'll be a rejection potentially off here. Just have to wait and see what happens, but this to me looks very interesting. The RSI is really high. This bearish divergence hasn't played out yet, unless you consider these two candles the bearish element. I don't think that would be the case, but it looks to me like on the order block certainly that we're going to be approaching this order block, and then expecting potentially a rejection, and then obviously on here we have got actually not a huge amount to note here, apart from there was a long signal and we're up in the cloud. So this was more based on the break of the trend line and the order block. That was kind of what I was basing this one on. So not quite my usual setup, guys, but still not like algo nonetheless. Was that similar to what you were saying?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, that what is that 0.71 area? That looks like a nice TP1.
Yeah,
and
just below the block.
Look for the 382 retrace potentially.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right, that's what I was looking at anyway.
Nice.
Okay, guys, I just want to show you this Gala chart, and then we need to just summarize where we are today, what we're looking for, and then we need to cut it. It's been over an hour, so we do need to get running. This is Gala on the daily. Okay, we have finally broken a major trend, but you can see it was a hell of a candle. So we've seen it. Axie, we've seen Sand, all these gaming tokens, they've had a rip the last couple of days. We do now need to be careful. Okay, this is still a potential risk zone here for Gala. We need to watch this area. So we do have the trend break. Okay, new high. We love that. Okay, great. But now it might want to drift lower. Okay, so don't get too despondent or upset if it comes down to 1840. That is a sort of high impact zone that you could look for, some kind of pullback. And that's, I'm not saying it's not going to hold here, but if we do have a pullback, guys, if I want to remain bullish here on this Gala situation, I'm looking at 0.1844. So that's my pullback zone for Gala. And target wise, directly ahead of us, horizontal and the 200-day MA. So that's my first sort of shift for Gala. If it does want to move on its next leg up, I'm looking for a reaction at the 200 days. So call it 0.0236. Okay, Phil Lee says GRT is falling. Okay, yes. So guys, this is the deal. Things are hot. Things have been good. Things have been, people have made a lot of money. You can see Sheldon talking now. Everyone's made lots of money being long. At some point, the party ends. Okay, the long start slowing down, the short start coming, and things turn over. And you can see Lux Algo works for a reason. Obviously, it doesn't work every time, but it's really now it's screaming at us. GRT, how many? 3 X's, Simon?
We have 3 X's. Yeah. Okay. It was time,
So,
like I said earlier. It was time.
Okay, so it's time to exercise caution. I'm not saying now fire up the shorts and send everything to zero. I'm saying let's be careful now. These alts have been hot. Let's just let's keep our eyes on things. If you want to trade and you want to do all these things, you've got to be dialing in. Remember, you're dialing into things and setups at resistance zones potentially. So don't be surprised if we get a pullback. That's what we need you guys to know. But again, we here tomorrow, same time, same place. We're doing the same thing again. and we'll pick up where we left off. We'll see where these are now, what levels have changed tomorrow, and hopefully some more entries presenting themselves. Maybe some of these shorts are playing out. We still like Sol and Rune to higher levels before they turn over, Render as well. I think Sol's got 38 in it, and that might present a nice opportunity. So yeah, that's the main one I'm watching for me. That's it. Anything else, guys?
I'm 5% up on my GLT trade. Lovely. Happy days.
Exciting times.
I'm just watching it right now. It's going up. Lovely.
Okay, guys. So we'll see you in the Banter Discord. There's chart updates in there and all sorts of things. And we're back tomorrow again. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.